Yeah. Pull up a chair. Real stories only. No filters. No cap. Staxx in the building. Chattin with Staxx. Where the real ones talk. Every scar got a story. Every mile got a walk. From the cell block walls to a brand new path. Everybody got a pass when you're chatting with Staxx. Chattin with Staxx. Let the truth come out. No fake headlines. No manufactured clout. Just life on the table. Every lesson attached. You might leave change when you're chatting with Staxx. Seen no bikers. Seen ex-cons too. Seen folks rebuild when they thought they were through. Some came from violence. Some came from pain. Some lost everything and got it all back again. Microphone on. Let the conversation breathe. Everybody got something hidden up they sleeve. Not preaching perfection. Not selling the dream. Just showing what survival really means. The streets leave marks that the cameras can't see. Years of hard lessons become history. Some carry regret, some carry pride. Some still fighting demons they can never quite hide. With Staxx, where the real ones talk. Every scar got a story, every mile got a walk. From the cell block walls to a brand new path. Everybody got a pass when you're chatting with Staxx. One guest says prison changes whole view. Another says sobriety pulled them through. One talks motorcycles, another talks faith. Everybody trying to find their place. No Hollywood script, no polished disguise. You can see the truth sitting right in their eyes. The road gets rough, everybody knows. But strength is measured by how far you grow. Some lost brothers, some buried friends. Some hit rock bottom and climb back again. That's why people listen when the stories get deep. Because real recognizes real in every scene with Staxx. Where the real ones talk. Every scar got a story. Every mile got a walk. From the cell block walls to a brand new path. Everybody got a pass when you're chatting with Staxx. Chatting with Staxx.
Welcome to this episode of Chattin with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today we're going to talk about Satan's choice being on the side of the Hells Angels when it comes to this patch ban. It's a pretty crazy situation. Before we get started, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell your mother's brother, sister's friend about Chattin with Staxx, the dopest motorcycle content on YouTube. If you want to donate to the show, you can hit up the Cash App at Chattin with Staxx, or you can hit up Venmo, PayPal, Super Sticker, Super Chats, Zelle, all that good stuff. I appreciate every single dollar. I put it right back into the show so I can keep bringing you the dopest content possible. The more donations I get, the better content I can bring you guys. I want to give a huge shout out to the donation I got yesterday on PayPal. I don't know if you wanted me to say your name or not, so I didn't want to just put it upon myself, but I definitely seen the donation on PayPal. Thank you so much for that. Make sure you guys check out Patreon. There's a lot of exclusive content. I'm going to be uploading some new videos. You don't want to miss it. It's not that much money. I'm going to put the price at the lowest it will be. So please get a subscription over there at Patreon, and you will get content you cannot see on YouTube. And hit that like button. We got Mountain Woman in the building. Thank you, Mountain Woman, for joining me. I hope you're doing well with your recovery. Won't be me. What's going on? Thank you for joining me. Wildcard, good afternoon. Al Roseberry's in the house. Mr. Staxx, what's good? Shout out to BC Canada. Shout out to everybody in Canada that watches. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Richard, what's up, man? How are you? Hello from the PNW. Did you guys see that fucking what was it, a flash flood in Canada or not China? Did you see that shit? It was in Nepal and China. Whole cities, like a whole little village city type thing, right? Big buildings swept away by the water. I was like, holy shit. and the water was like higher than the buildings. It was insane. If you guys get a chance to go look at those videos, go look. You could see little people running, and then all of a sudden this water comes. Insane. It looks like a movie, but it's not. It's real life. Hey, Wilson, what's going on? Tano, what it do? Daniel, what's up, man? How are you? Carney, Vanguard's in the building. So I got an interview dropping tomorrow with someone who did the Hoka Hey challenge. If you guys don't know what that is, it's a motorcycle challenge where they start off like, we'll say in Florida, right? And they ride their motorcycles all over the country, all the way up to Alaska. Sometimes the Hoka Hey challenge will go from one starting point and it'll end in the same starting point. Sometimes it won't, but it's every 2 years, I believe. It was 2024, now it's 2026. And you have to be selected to be in the Hoka Hey challenge. A lot of people are in this challenge, and there's crazy rules involving the Hoka Hey where you can't use GPS. You can't just use your phone to see where you're going. It's a lot of the riding is not on highways, it's on back roads. If you make a mistake, you have to go back to that point where you made a mistake. You have to sleep next to your motorcycle every night. And they have GPS strapped to you so they know if you are going in a hotel and sleeping in a bed. So it's a pretty wild situation. And we're going to talk tonight at 10 o'clock. Don't miss the interview with Loco with a K. And his interview is going to drop tonight, so stay tuned for that. If you guys aren't aware, Sturgis was it was a pretty big deal this year, but a lot of people said the attendance was low. But listen, the year before was the 85th anniversary, right? This year was the 86th. So obviously the attendance isn't going to be as high as last year. Just like when it's the 90th, it's probably going to be huge, right? A lot of people are going to come. But in between 85 and 90, there's not going to be huge attendance. It's not going to be like on an anniversary year, obviously. But there's some trouble brewing over at the Buffalo Chip. If you guys aren't aware, the Buffalo Chip security has been in hot water recently because they've been roughing up people on camera. This is all caught on camera of them kneeing handcuffed patrons in their head, punching them while they're handcuffed, throwing them over ATVs and riding them like they're fucking a deer that got shot, right? Over the trunk of the car type shit. And these guys are they're just too hands-on. In one video, it's pretty disturbing. This dude's kneeing this guy in the back of the head while he's handcuffed on the ground. Like, why? I just don't get it. Talk about abusing your power. Talk about when these guys probably got abused in school, right? And now they want to be the bully when it comes to when the fucking Sturgis rally rolls around. These guys want to put on security fucking, and they call them cowboys, right? Bunch of coward ass shit hitting a guy that's handcuffed. That's some real coward shit. You want to play cop and then you want to hit a guy while he's handcuffed? Fucking cowards, man. I mean, you can't make this shit up. But I'm going to do a deeper dive on that situation, and we're going to expose the security guys who did this shit. I'll find out exactly who each one of them are. We'll talk about all of them. Fuck them. Hey, Lindsay, how are you? Thank you for everything you do for this channel. Ken, what's up? Thank you for joining me. Sounds like the hobo challenge, probably. No grows in the building. Herman, what's up, bro? So Another situation that happened during the Sturgis situation is this rapper right here. He goes by the name Young Bleed, right? He was doing a motorcycle shoot in Sturgis and he crashed the motorcycle because obviously he doesn't know how to fucking ride a motorcycle, right? He suffered a broken leg in a motorcycle accident in Sturgis. I mean, this guy was showing off, right? Young Bleed, his name is Dominic Harrison. He broke his leg and damaged a ligament. It says on a dirt bike / motorcycle. It was a motorcycle. It was a fucking Harley Davidson. He was trying to stunt on a Harley Davidson. This is on August 9th. This happened. Right after before his performance at the Sturgis motorcycle rally. Despite the injury, he refused to cancel his performance, taking the Sturgis stage shortly after the crash. He continued his European festival run, appearing in different festivals while in a wheelchair in Portugal. He was pushed out by nurses and even successfully crowd surfed while seated in his wheelchair with a broken leg. And he shared on his Instagram with the caption, "Broke fucking leg." Still gigging, still standing, sort of, he says. So he has to undergo surgery following the remaining commitments of the festival. But I guess they're trying to scrub the internet of the footage of him doing this, right? So it says singer Young Bleed crashes motorcycle at Sturgis, breaks his leg, and still the tour goes on. We all been there at the mercy of the motorcycle, the dreaded clibbins, whatever the fuck that means, only to find ourselves injured after a crash. But unlike you and I, the injury will only affect us, our families, and maybe a few folks at our work. It doesn't affect thousands upon thousands of workers, fans, and those putting up their blood, sweat, and tears to make concerts happen. However, couldn't happen over the weekend. The pop punk UK singer Young Blood, who's an avid rider, apparently not, right? He's obviously not that good of a rider. But I hear he was showing off and he crashed next to the photographers that were taking pictures of him. And now his what is it? Your handlers, like the people that watch over you and shit, they're trying to scrub the internet of the video of him crashing the motorcycle. But if I can get my hands on it, I will. And I will let you guys know. But what do you guys think of that? This dude broke his leg and he still performed with a broken leg. I mean, that's pretty crazy. I guess the show must go on, right? Thank you for the donation, Lindsay. I appreciate it. Jenny, thank you so much for the donation yesterday. Kurt, what's going on? Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'll put it right back into the show. I got some really high profile interviews that I'm going to be doing. I'm dressed like this? What do you think, man? I'm going to be putting in some work to get you guys the dopest content. Richard, what's going on, man? I got the best chat in the business. I really do. I appreciate all you guys. So, this man passed away. Colville. I'm not sure where Colville is, but he was a police officer. He died after striking a deer with his motorcycle Monday night. Oh, it's in Washington. Washington State Patrol said Aaron Davis, 39, of Colville, was riding south of Kit Nasser Road, 9 miles east of Colville, shortly after 10 p.m. According to a press memo, Davis struck a deer while rounding a curve and went down a deep ditch, throwing Davis from the motorcycle into a fence. Davis was wearing a helmet, but he died at the scene. The sergeant confirmed Davis was a Colville police officer who was off duty when he crashed. He called the crash a freak thing, and he said his heart goes out to the family. Colville Police Department said, it's kind of taken us all by shock because it's not what we expect, right? I mean, who expects to hit a fucking deer going around a curve and then get thrown into a fence? The Davis family is devastated. He's a dedicated family of 7 and part of our beloved law enforcement community. Needs our support. Online fundraiser reads, they're going through the challenging time, and with your help, we can make things a little easier for them. Our goal is to take some of the burden away, whether through simple meal or a thoughtful donation, by coming together and showing the Davis family that they are not alone and this community stands with them. Let the police officers take care of their family, right? I mean, that's what they're for. In other news, bunch of motorcycle clubs, including the Outlaws and the Black Pistons, came together. This is out of London. There was a crash, and these guys all came together and let's see if I can find it. All right. Tributes paid to victims in fatal motorcycle crash in Raleigh, Regis, wherever the hell that is. It's out of England. Bikers have come together to pay tribute to him for a motorcycle crash. Family and friends have joined by bikers and other members of the community to pay tribute to Darren Young on Saturday, August 22nd. The memorial tribute took place at Pokey Lane at Raleigh, Regis, on the street where the incident took place. Darren Young, who was in his late 30s when he died on the evening of August 15th after being struck by vehicles while riding his motorcycle. One of Darren's young daughters, Tia Young. A massive thank you to everyone who've come to show respects at the balloon releasing today. He would have absolutely loved today, she said. And they a lot of people showed up. And they released a bunch of balloons. I mean, it's sad when they got young kids and something like this happens. Still can't get over. It's been a whole week today since you left us, and we will never fully come to terms with it. I will forever miss you, Dad. Loads of love. So, I mean, you just never know, right? Especially other riders or other vehicles. You got to watch out for cars because they don't give a shit. They don't respect motorcycles. Some people on bikes ride a little crazy, and you got to watch out for them too, right? Hey, Mario, what's up? CFFC Portugal. Thank you for joining me today. Hey, thank you for the donation. I really appreciate it. Tano says, I hope the deer is okay. Probably popped up and ran away. I live in a rural area. Deer is constant threat, especially at night with limited view. So I was riding on the highway, well, probably a couple, maybe 3 weeks ago, and a fucking deer popped out, right? And the The car in front of us hit a deer. Boom. And I was like, oh, shit. Larry, what's going on? Thank you for joining me today. Kev, what's up, man? Shout out to the UK. We got people from the UK watching. Appreciate you. CMC is in the building. Oh, it's okay. Don't worry. Trust me. Every dollar counts. Every dollar helps. There isn't any donation that's too big, too small. I really appreciate every single dollar. It helps. Trust me. Very appreciated. Hey, sunroof or soundproof 1%er. How you doing? Thank you for joining me today. Let's see here. So this is a wild little story. There was a group of bicyclists, right? And a man was riding in an SUV. He fucking swerves at the bicyclist with an SUV, and then shots are fired. And where do you think they came from? They came from the SUV. And I got a video.
Well, officials say the suspect turned himself in and is now in jail, charged with aggravated assault. Cell phone video captures the moment officials say Ramiro Rios tried to crash into two cyclists in Cutler Bay Saturday. Video shows the driver forcing the cyclist off the road. Then you hear some type of argument break out. The Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office says at some point, Rios pulled out a gun and fired at the cyclist before driving off. Neither cyclist was hit. Detectives say Rios surrendered to authorities Monday night.
And his chin surrendered to authorities Tuesday. That dude looks rough, man. I mean, I don't understand people. Like, you're going to throw your life away over a fucking guy on a bike on the side of the road? Like, for what? Fucking idiots, man. I mean, you can't make this shit up. You just can't. All right, let's see. I got another huge interview to do in a little while, so this one's going to be a quick one, too. Motorcycle crash investigation underway in Greece near Long Pond and West Ridge Road. This is out of Greece, New York. Police are investigating a motorcycle crash that happened Tuesday night at Long Pond and West Ridge Roads around 9:30 p.m. Two damaged motorcycles were near an ambulance at the scene just down the street from Raymore and Flanagan parking lot. Police surrounded a silver sedan with a couple people in and around it. Reached out to the Greece police to find out what happened and if anyone was hurt. No other details were immediately available. So, I mean, it sounds like a sedan might have fucking hit two motorcycles. But I'll let you guys know if more information becomes available. So let's talk about this patch ban. The patch ban is getting pretty crazy over there in Canada. So Quebec banned public display of Hell's Angels logo. The ban begins. Quebec bans public display of Hell's Angel logo under new law. Quebec has officially designated the Hells Angels as the first criminal group targeted under Bill 13 starting September 2nd. And that's what, a couple days away? It's about less than a week away. It will be illegal for the public display of Hells Angel logo, patches, jackets, or support symbols. So they can't even sell support gear, including Support 81. Anywhere in the province. So they can't. This is a pretty major blow against motorcycle clubs, especially the Hells Angels. But you guys know, if they do it to one, they're going to do it to all of them. I mean, it doesn't just stop with one. So that's why we're here today doing this show over Satan's Choice is coming to bat for the Hells Angels over this ban. And there's been tension in the past between the two groups. Harley keeps saying that there is no tension, but as we all know, there's tension. I mean, maybe Harley says it's not on his side, but I think they hold grudges, all those videos that came out before. I mean, they don't just forget about that type of shit, right? But they banned the public display of the patches, jackets, or any support symbols, including Support 81. So they can't sell support gear anymore. Now the police will have the power to order the removal of jackets, shirts, jewelry on the spot. Now, what happens if someone has a tattoo on their face? I mean, a lot of people do, right? Can they get arrested for that? I mean, this type of shit happened in Australia. They can issue fines of thousands of dollars if they see any of these types of patches. They can seize the items in the case of refusal, and they can make arrests. So the public secretary of ministry signed the decree last week, saying the symbols are routinely used for intimidation and extortion purposes. The move is part of Quebec's broader anti-patch law, aiming to reduce the public presence and influence of outlaw motorcycle gangs. But what do you think? I mean, this is a pretty major blow to clubs in general, right? Now, moving on. Satan's Choice president rips the anti-patch law targeting the Hells Angels as biker tensions rise. There was an article recently that the Hells Angels went into a London restaurant with their patches on. And in that article, they said that they were there to intimidate Satan's Choice and to show them that they're here, right? I mean, that's all speculation. I mean, I don't know why they would write that in an article, but this goes on to say the battle over motorcycle club patches is beginning or becoming about more than bikes wearing what they wear on their backs. It's turning into a larger fight over freedom of expression, public intimidation, and how far the government should be allowed to go when confronting outlaw motorcycle clubs. The debate has gained new attention as members of the Hells Angels have recently been spotted openly wearing their colors in a restaurant in London, Ontario, aiming reports of increasing motorcycle club activity in the city. The London Free Press reported on August 18th the patch-wearing Hells Angels members had appeared at a local restaurant. Oh, no. I mean, these people are out of their mind, right? These guys are normal people. They're in a club. They're wearing their cuts. What's the problem? I don't see the problem. So, with an organized crime expert describing the public display of colors as a form of intimidation and a message to their rivals, which is total bullshit, right? I mean, they're just pulling this shit out of their ass. They really don't know what they're talking about. So against the backdrop, the opposition to so-called anti-patch laws becoming increasingly vocal within the motorcycle club world. The controversy raises a difficult question. Should authorities be able to prohibit someone from wearing a symbol because the organization associated with it? I mean, I don't think they should. I think that's way overstepping their boundaries, right? From the perspectives of critics within the motorcycle club culture, the answer is no. They argue that authorities should prosecute crimes, not clothing, and that the patch by itself does not establish a person wearing is committing an offense. Now, this is at the center of this whole situation. The bikers, a patch can represent, identify history, loyalty, and membership. For police, the organized crime experts, however, club colors carry entirely different meanings. Authorities have long viewed the highly visible display of certain motorcycle club insignia as a way of establishing territory, projecting influence in any circumstances, and intimidating rivals or the public. Come on, they're overreaching with this shit. They really are. London has become part of this story. The time of the debate is especially significant because London has recently found itself back in the spotlight. Reports of Hells Angels members reportedly wearing colors at a London restaurant came amid growing attention surrounding motorcycle club activity in the region. Public sightings were notable precisely because the colors weren't being displayed behind the clubhouse walls or at a private gathering. They were visible in ordinary businesses. Oh no, where families and customers could see them. I mean, are they serious? Like, these people are out of their mind for even saying this shit, right? The situation also comes during renewed attention surrounding Satan's Choice, one of the most recognizable names in Canadian motorcycle club history. Satan's Choice has deep roots in Ontario. Historically, the club has become one of Canada's dominant motorcycle clubs before suffering a major split in 1977 when multiple chapters, including London, eventually moved to the Outlaws. Decades later, the remaining Satan's Choice organization ultimately disappeared when members patched over to the Hells Angels around the 2000s. The history makes the current debate particularly striking. The names, Hells Angels, Satan's Choice, the Outlaws, aren't simply unrelated pieces of biker Canadian history. The paths have crossed repeatedly for decades through alliances, rivalries, patchovers, shifting loyalties. Now, the patch itself has become part of the political argument. When does public safety cross into personal freedom? Supporters of the restrictions on motorcycle club insignia argue that the government shouldn't have to wait for violence before responding to symbols authorities believe are being deliberately used to intimidate communities. But we know who's saying this type of shit, don't we? We all know who's saying this. Critics see the dangerous precedent. If authorities can prohibit one organization's insignia because of its reputation or alleged crime connections, they ask, where does it end? It doesn't end. If they do it to one, they're going to do it to all of them. All the 1% clubs up there probably will get a ban. I mean, can't you guys like get together and vote against this shit or something? Start a petition, do something. But for now, I mean, this shit's in effect. They can lock people up if they refuse to fucking take the cut off. They can impound it. They can keep the shit. It's insane that they can do that. This is what makes the anti-patch debate bigger than the Hells Angels. A person can be investigated for criminal activity. A person can be arrested when police have grounds to believe the offense has occurred. Prosecutors can bring evidence before the court, and a judge or a jury can determine guilt. But opponents of the patch ban argue that clothing occupies a different legal and philosophical territory. Their argument is straightforward. Punish the crime, not the patch. because that's what they're doing, right? They're going after people because of the patches they wear, not because of the crimes they commit. And it's total bullshit. They shouldn't do that. Police and organized crime specialists may counter that it overlooks how symbols function inside organized groups. Three-piece patches can communicate membership with status without anyone saying a word. When several members arrive together wearing identical colors, authorities may see the display as something far more than significant than fashion. The tension isn't going away. The patch has become the battleground for generations. Motorcycle club colors have carried enormous significance inside biker culture. They identify the club, they identify the member, and depending on who is looking at them, they can symbolize brotherhood, rebellion, reputation, intimidation, and all at once, they say. And depending on who is looking at them, they can symbolize brotherhood. That is why attempts to regulate patches provoke such fierce reactions. The question facing the government is whether targeting those symbols actually reduces organized crime or merely drives the imagination or the imagery out of public view. Because removing the patch does not necessarily remove the organization underneath it. I mean, these people think they're going to take away the patches and it's going to fucking stop a problem. All it's going to do is force them to go underground. And then they won't know who's who. But that's how stupid these people are. And I want to know what you guys think about this whole situation. Hey, Soundproof. Thank you so much for the donation, man. I really like that, man. Thank you. Definitely some of your content, no fake crap. I appreciate that, bro. Trust me, I got some major shit in the works right now. You guys are going to love it. I mean, they're turning Canada into a police state, right? Basically. Virginia Chaos is in the building. What's up, man? How are you? But there's a new article saying that Satan's Choice, it says Satan's Choice president rips anti-patch law targeting the Hells Angels. So what do you guys think of this anti-patch law? Do you think it would fucking help anything? I think it's violating people's rights tremendously, right? So put it into perspective this way, right? Can someone walk around with a swastika on a shirt, a big ass swastika? Can they walk around with that on? Probably if they wanted to, right? But they're gonna ban people from wearing their motorcycle club colors. It just doesn't even make sense. And stop them from selling support gear. I mean, that's how a lot of these clubs are even able to operate. Support gear is a crazy revenue stream for a lot of clubs, right? So if they cut that off, I mean, what are they trying to do here? Are they trying to intimidate these clubs? Are they trying to police them? It sounds like they are. It's funny when reporters report on something they have no idea what they're talking about. We all know who's talking in that article, right? There's many bars where from you're not allowed to wear your colors regardless if you're deemed an outlaw club or not. Yeah, a lot on the way down south. I noticed a lot of bars and things have no colors signs on. Kitso, what's up, bro? Swastika is prohibited and Nazi killed millions. Isn't prohibited, right? So that you can wear that, but they can't wear that. It makes no sense. People don't understand that they're taking freedom away from people. That's a huge thing. I mean, all these clubs need to band together. They need to get petitions. They need to fucking start voting some of these people out of office. I don't know how it works in Canada, right? Can people lose their elected place in office? That's what they need to do, right? Because this is crazy. For them to do that is insane. There's a similar law that's taken into effect down in Florida, I believe, right? We talked about that in the past. But this is overreaching, seriously overreaching. Because they think that everybody who wears a patch is a criminal, and they're not. That's just not the case. And they are prosecuting anybody with a patch on, basically. They're targeting anybody that has a patch on. And it's just not the case. If they're going to ban one, they're going to start banning them one by one. Boom, boom, boom. Right? Pre-crime. So they're going to start arresting people for thinking about doing crime, right? The country is big and divided. Man, I think it's overstepping on people's fucking rights to do what they want. They propose a bill and then it goes for royal assent. And then with our senators that are not voted, and because the liberals have a majority, it's done. Looks like they're cooked, man. Listen, if there's a huge pushback on this, right, then maybe they can get it overturned or something. Canada do whatever they want as far as the police. I got deported for being a Hells Angel. That's insane, man. They deported you to where? You should see all the laws they are passing through, and any public scrutiny or feedback. It's bullshit. And they're just pushing them through. And people don't even know about most of them, probably, right? 100% they're cooked. I mean, Florida has a similar law that they're going to start implementing down there. And it goes for every club, even the fucking law enforcement clubs. But I mean, if you do it to one, you got to do it to all of them, right? Jimster, what's up, man? He says we should do another show. I keep seeing them two twin dingleberries, OPP, are all a bunch of goofs. They seem like a bunch of idiots. John Bisbee's in the house. What's going on, man? Thank you for joining me today. The majority of Europe will do this as well. I mean, Australia's already on it, man. Northern Australia, they fucking banned them all. You can't do shit up there. But you know what that does? that forces people to be like underground. Now they don't have a patch on. Now you don't know who's who, right? So I don't know, who's it good for? Is it good for the clubs? Is it good for the government? I think they're overstepping with their way overstepping. They're crossing the line into people's right to do what they want. Until something happens, we don't do anything. That's their motto. 100% police state. Sounds like it. And there's nothing people can do about it from the sound of it, right? The Jimster says I get picked on for my rebel flag. No, you're not free, man. People, it sounds like the Twin Outlaw Brotherhood. They're probably the ones pushing this fucking ban. These guys are so stupid. They're like, all 1%ers are bad people. I'm like, you got a 1% tab on your fucking jacket. Because we're not even going to call their shit cuts, right? Because they don't have cuts on. The OPP bought brand new Western Star heavy wrecker in the event that another truck convoy, as well as tow truck companies refusing to move the trucks. I heard 5 new trucks, possibly only 1. I know. That's insane, too. That's another thing. The only club that they're targeting is 81 at the moment. Why is that? Why are they only targeting one club? I mean, all them clubs up there, the diamond clubs, have been in the news for something, right? They've all had members that go to jail. There was a huge biker war, right? I mean, Satan's Choice isn't the same Satan's Choice that it was back in the day, right? We can all agree on that. It's not the same club. It's a different club. Right? You feel safer with being near someone with a patch. I mean, so when all these bikers come to a town, it's probably the safest the town has ever been. I mean, the cops have no clue what they're doing. The bill passed, it's law, and they don't reverse laws, especially now in Canada. So that's it. Once it gets passed, there's no taking it off the table. Even if there's a big pushback on it. I got deported from Canada for organized crime. Haven't even been convicted of a crime. I've been a member of the Hells Angels. The Angels isn't. Listen, they don't care if you're the Hells Angels. They figure you're a criminal. I mean, look at this dude. What's his name? Perry, the guy Perry from Canada. I'm trying to get him on the show to have a conversation because he feels a whole different way about the way that I feel about it, right? So I want to have a little debate with him, and I think it would be healthy to have a debate with someone who feels differently about the whole situation. He thinks every guy in a 1% club is a criminal or involved with criminal activity, but it's just not the case. I know this to be 100% facts that everybody in a club is not a criminal. They're just not. They got jobs, families. A lot of them never broke the law in their life. So I don't understand why they're just targeting the one club. Maybe because they have a huge name and they get more recognition when something goes wrong, right? They only get recognition when things go wrong. They never get recognition for when things go right. But I appreciate all you guys. Thank you for joining me. I got to do this interview. Hope you guys have a great day. So Loud, what's going on? Thank you for joining me. Shout out to the Boondocks in North Carolina. I'll be on tomorrow. I got a good one coming up for you guys. We got more Canada in the news. We're going to talk about Donnie Wants coming up. You guys definitely want to hear this. And then you make your own opinion about Mr. Donnie. But I got some information about him that, wow. If you like this show, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell your mother's brother, sister's friend about Chatting with Staxx, the dopest motorcycle content on YouTube. Go check out Patreon for exclusive content you can't find on YouTube. I'm telling you, join Patreon. There's a link in the description of this video. If you want to donate to the show, you can hit up the Cash App, Chatting with Staxx, or you can hit up Venmo, PayPal, Super Sticker, Super Chat, Zelle, all that good stuff. There's no donation too small. I appreciate every single dollar that comes into the show. I put it right back into the content so I can bring you the dopest content possible. Hope you guys have a great day. Some major interviews dropping. See you guys soon. And remember, don't be a bitch.
And all new at 5, a major organized crime bust. 23 people under arrest now accused of stealing guns and cash.
Today, police revealed 4 organized crime groups are wreaking havoc.
From aggravated robbery to kidnapping, burglary, and more. Let's take a look at this. New pictures from court documents in this case. These are a few of the people who have been charged. And investigators say the money, tens of thousands of dollars, is all stolen.